Hi, this is Stacy with Healthy Her Journey back again. I'm in Texas, so we've got to make Mexican food today. We're going to make taquitos, plant-based, vegan, whatever you want to call them, with no salt, no oil, or no sugar. So let's get started. First thing, this recipe only calls for like 5 ingredients, but one of them is sauteed onions. I've already diced up my onions, and because I'm using no oil, I'm going to put them in a saucepan with just a couple of tablespoons of water on a medium heat, stirring periodically until they become translucent and start to caramelize a little bit. Those are in, and I'll watch those. Next, the other ingredients, I have black beans. You can either use canned black beans, or I soak and cook on the weekend and then freeze little containers of black beans. The next one we're going to need is sweet potato. I've cooked up a 1 medium-sized sweet potato and already peeled it and put it in the bowl. Cilantro and some spices. So let's get started. First thing, I'm going to use about equal amounts. So usually a can of black beans to a medium-sized sweet potato comes out to about 1.5 cups to 2 cups each. But you have to balance that out with what you want to do. By the way, my grandkids love these. I'm going to add the black beans. I'm going to add the sweet potato. I'm going to add some cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, leave it out. Okay, give me just a minute. Let me stir the onions. They are already the water had evaporated, so I'm going to add a little more water, turn it down to a medium heat, and let those go for a minute. The spices I'm going to use, I've mixed up some Mexican spices, and you can go on Pinterest and find recipes to make your own taco seasoning, or if you want to buy a taco package or some kind of taco seasoning. But I have mixed up garlic and paprika and oregano and chili and cumin and pepper, and that's what I have in here. Now if you want to add some red pepper flakes, depending on your guest, since my grandchildren are going to eat these, I've added these spices, but not too hot, and put those in there. Now that my onions have been sauteing a little bit, let me show you those. They are pretty translucent. I don't know if you can see that exactly or not, but there they are. And I could just put those in here and let them cool and put them in here, but just to up the nutrition value, I've got about 1/2 cup of kale. I'm going to throw in there with that. Put them back on the burner for just a minute with that tablespoon of water and let those kales soften up. We're going to add those to add some nutrition value. Also, I happen to have a little bit of butternut squash left over. I thought we'll just throw that in there too. Again, these are extras, not necessarily if you're doing the basic recipe, but I'm going to up the nutritional value for my grandkids. Okay, onions we've got to add in there with our kale. And we'll just rake those in there. Okay, beans, sweet potatoes, spices, onions, and cilantro are the main ingredients for this recipe. Okay, and we're going to pulse this several times, so bear with me, please. I'm going to give it a little, push the edges down a little bit, but oh, it's looking great. We don't want it just mushy. You want it, it has some lumps in it, but that's because, alrighty. That's going to be it. I'll show you what that looks like. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like that. I will remove this out of the way because we're through with that. Now for the outside of our wraps, we're going to use plant-based wonton wrappers. I buy them at Walmart. They're very thin. And then what I do is I just take a knife and put a little bit down the middle, fold it over like so. You can bake these in the oven, or I'm going to do them in the air fryer today, and that's what they look like. And We've got beans and greens in here today to be healthy. This filling, I may not use it all. I may put it in the refrigerator. I may put it in a small container and freeze it. I've done that before. I do not make these with the wrappers on them and freeze them. They just didn't work as well. I wait to do the construction after I've taken the filling out of the freezer and let it thaw. I do that when I'm going to visit people, or great for a party or a football group coming over to watch ball games. These will work well. Let me bake these in my air fryer, probably about 8 minutes or so. You can put them on parchment paper, put them in about a 400-degree oven for about 8 minutes or so. I will be back with you shortly. I'm back. Our taquitos are out of the air fryer. It did take 10 minutes to get them a nice little golden brown on the edges. They should come right off, and I'm going to plate them. Okay. I am serving them with, I put just some salsa or guacamole. If you want to do sour cream or something to your liking, they're great for dipping. Also, if you're not vegan or plant-based, but you want to add some taco meat to them, that is fine too. Nutritious and delicious. Enjoy.